So some more interesting things with pointers, though the things that I will be doing maybe are similar to the ones that I have already done, but still a little bit of interesting game playing I can say with pointers. So let us take this. Say I take int a equal to 5. So if I printf %d followed by say a itself, I print a itself. So you tell me what will be printed? Definitely a 5. So see, 5 is printed, no doubt about it. But what if I print ampersand a? If I replace it by if I replace a by ampersand a, then the address of a should be printed. So this must be printed by %p as I told you. So again alt enter. See ff4, that is in the address ff4 a has been assigned. That means again it is somewhat like this, that 0000 as I told you, 0000 is the first memory location. The next memory, it is of 8 bits. Remember, each memory location can contain 8 bits. That's why an integer takes 2 memory location, because integer is represented in 16 bits. So 0001 is the next memory location. In this way, things continue. And the last memory location is ff. Let me write that. ff. So that is the last memory location. If I have to write in the same line, somewhat like this, okay. So ff, here the last memory location is this. Each memory location is of 8 bits. So when I am printing int a, when I am taking int a equal to 5, a is an integer. I am printing a, it is printing 5. But when I am printing the address of a, it is printing ff4. You can check out. Is not it so? It is printing ff4. So I will just comment out these portions also, so that there is no difficulty while executing programs. So now I just run this program once more and check out alt enter. See ff4. So I have printed the address of a. Address of a is showing ff4. Does not that mean that in a memory location ff4, this memory location has been used to store a, though one memory location here a is being stored, but one memory location is not enough to store ff4. It needs 2 memory locations to store a. It needs 2 memory location, that is ff5 also must have been used to store a, because I told you no integer can stay in one memory location. It takes 2 memory location, 16 bits, 2 memory locations. Is not it so? I told you. So this is how a is stored in 2 memory locations using ff4 and ff5. That is why when I am printing address of a, ff4 is printing. So what if I take another integer b equal to 8 and then I print that is address of b also, that is ampersand b, that also I print. So if I print address of b, I need to check where is this being stored. Alt enter. See ff2, 2 locations before. See, that means somewhat around here ff2. Here b has been stored. Here we have stored b. Is not so? And I can say this also being an integer is not actually being stored in ff2 only. It is being stored in ff2 and ff3. 2 memory locations combined. B is being stored. B has been stored using 2 memory locations, ff2 and ff3. A has been stored using 2 memory locations, ff4 and ff5. B has been stored using 2 memory locations, ff2, ff3. A has been stored using two memory locations, FFF4 and FFF5. So address of A, address of B, when I am printing, it is printing FFF2 and FFF4. Let me run it again and see. Yes, FFF4 and FFF2. So B and A have been stored respectively in these two locations. So see, when I am storing, when I am firstly using int A equal to 5, FFF4 and FFF5 memory locations were allocated to store A. When I am storing, when I am declaring B, FFF2 and FFF3 are being allocated to B. However, I can now take two pointer variables, say star C and star D. Sorry, small letters are preferable for declaration of variables. So star C and star D. What does this mean? C is in star C. So C is not an integer. C is an address. C is a pointer. Pointer containing what? Pointer, it is an address which can contain an integer. So C can contain an integer. C cannot contain an integer. C is an address. That address can contain an integer. Similarly, D is an address. That address can contain an integer. So I can do the same thing like previously what we used to do. C is equal to ampersand A. The address of A I am storing in C, and the address of B I am storing in D. So instead of printing ampersand A and ampersand B, if I print C and D, don't you think that the same thing, that is address of A and address of B, will be printed? Because check out, C I am telling it to contain the address of A. Address of A is, I am putting it in C. Address of B I am putting it in D. So when I am printing C and D, basically I am printing two addresses. Addresses of which two variables? A and B. But I have seen earlier that the addresses of those two variables are FFF4 and FFF2 respectively. So if I print them, again FFF4 and FFF2 should be printed. Let me run it. Sorry. See, FFF4 and FFF2 again. I have printed C and D, again FFF4, FFF2. So let me do something like this, that firstly, let me print A and B. %D followed by %D. Then %P. That is, firstly, let me print A, then print B, then print C, then print D. That is, A is 5, B is 8. These are two integers. C is the address of A, FFF4. D is the address of B, FFF2. Let me run it. It should be 5, 8, FFF4, FFF2. You will agree with me? 5, 8, FFF4 and FFF2. That is, see, this is 5, A is 5, these two locations. FFF2, this is 8, B, these two locations. So 5, 8, FFF4, FFF2 is printed. Now what if, suppose I want to print star C, star D. What is star C? Content of C. What is C? C, you have seen, is address of A. Address of A was allocated to FFF4. So address of C, address of A is C. So content of C is FFF4, no doubt. Then content of FFF4 is A. What is that? 5. D, again you have seen, it is FFF2. So star D means content of D, that is content of FFF2. What is that? B, 8. So here again 5 and 8 should be printed. Let me print it, %D, %D. Again you can understand 5 and 8 will be printed. Let me run it again. See, 5, 8, FFF4, FFF2, 5, 8 again. Because I have printed star C, star D. Acha, what if I go for C plus 1? C is FFF4. So plus 1, what should it print? Similarly, I go for D plus 1. What should it print? C is FFF4 plus 1. Remember, plus 1 means I am going to the next memory location. But this memory location contains an integer. So 2 memory locations. So the next available memory location is FFF6. Not FFF5, because FFF4, FFF5 have been already used to store A. 2 memory locations. So C plus 1 means next memory locations, automatically it goes to 2 memory locations later. It should go to FFF6. Is not so? And D is FFF2. Remember, D plus 1 should go to FFF4, that is A's memory location. Is not so? If I print, this should print, C plus 1 should print FFF6 and D plus 1 should print FFF4, because C was FFF4, D was FFF2. So C plus 1 is FFF6, D plus 1 is FFF4 again. So D plus 1 and C are same memory locations accidentally. So let me print them. %P, %P. Let me run again. Alt, enter. See, absolutely fine. Firstly A, 5, then B, 8, then FFF4. Why? Address of A, that is C, FFF4. Then address of B, that is D, FFF2. Then again content of C and D, that is content of FFF4 and FFF2 respectively, 5 and 8. Then this plus 1, that is, which plus 1? The last C plus 1 is FFF6 and D plus 1 is 2 more than FFF2, that is FFF4. Now you check out one interesting thing. If I go for, this was FFF2 was C, just I am writing over here to understand. This was C, C is equal to ampersand, no not C, this is D. This is C, because see A is 5, address of A is FFF4, which I have put in C, C equal to ampersand A, D is equal to, so here this is, what can I say, this is D, so address of B is D, this is FFF2, D equal to ampersand B, then A, address of A in C, so C is FFF4, have a look over here, C is equal to ampersand A, so address of A is in C, address of A is FFF4's address is in C, and FFF2 that is in D, so D equal to ampersand B and C is equal to ampersand A. This is how it is being stored. Now if I just for your understanding, I am just showing this once more. So when I am printing A, it is printing 5, this is A, 5. When I am printing B, it is printing 8, this is B. When I am printing C, it is printing FFF4 here. When I am printing D, it is printing FFF2 here. Is not it so? When I am printing star C, it is printing A, that is 5. When I am printing star D, it is printing B, that is 8. When I am printing C plus 1, it is printing FFF6. FFF4, the next memory location is FFF6 because A is contained in 2 memory locations. When I am printing D plus 1, it is printing FFF4. It has gone 2 memory locations next to FFF2. So it is printing FFF4. So I think, okay, so you understand, when I print D plus 1, then it is going to FFF4. Then when I am printing C plus 1, it is printing FFF6. In this way it is happening. Now what if next I print star of C plus 1? Please understand, star of C plus 1. C is FFF4. C plus 1 is FFF6. Content of that I don't know. But I can print it as an integer and see what is the content. It should print 0. Because if you have not initialized a memory location, there is a chance that there is 0 over there. Similarly, I can also print star of D plus 1. Now what is star of D plus 1? See, by chance something will happen again. Star of D plus 1. Something will again happen by chance. D is FFF2. D plus 1 is FFF4. So star of D plus 1 is content of C itself. That is, again it should print 5. Please check out. Let me run it again. I think you understand. Star of D plus 1. D is this FFF2. D plus 1 FFF4. Content of FFF4. That is A. What is that? 5. So I think you understand this. This is by chance. It will again print the content of A. So Alt, enter. See. 5, 8. That is AB. Address of A, FFF4, address of B, FFF2, again the content of those addresses, 5 and 8 again. Now content of, say, the FFF6, why star of C plus 1 is FFF6, B plus 1 was FFF4. Now FFF6 content is 0, but again that FFF4's content is 5 again, so it is printing 5. By chance it is the same thing. So I think you understand this. I can do the same thing using float. See, if I do the same thing using float, See what happens. Say I take float. Float A equal to 5, B equal to 8, star C, star D. Because it is float, let me take 5.6 and 8.9. Star C, star D. Same thing, C equal to ampersand A, D equal to ampersand B. But here, because I am printing A, B, A and B are float. See, first two things I am printing are A and B. So A and B are float. So I will not print by %D, I will use %F. I will not use %D, I will use %F. A and B. What should be printed? 5.6, 8.9. Now %P, C and D. Let's see where they have been allocated. Just only let me see the first 4 results now. Only the first 4 results you keep a look at. 5.6, 8.9 no doubt. Now it has been stored in FFF2 and FFEE. Check out this. FFF2. That means this FFF4 has not been used. This time it has not used FFF4. Instead, it has used something different. What has it used? It has used FFF2. It has used FFF2. So FFF2 has been used to keep A. So this is C equal to ampersand A means C should print FFF2. See, I will explain you again. Alter, enter. See, first is 5.6, 8.9. Next is FFF2. So 5.6, 8.9. A is 5.6. B is 8.9. Next I have printed C. C is printing FFF2 means the address of A is FFF2. But then I am printing D. That is, I am printing the address of B. Let's see, where has B been stored? Where has 8.9 been stored? Alter, enter. 8.9 has been, I have just made a mistake. Alter, enter. Alter, enter. So see, it has been stored in FFEE. Just after FFF2 you check FFEE. So this B, which was 8.9, has been stored in D. When I am printing D, %P, the fourth one you see, D, it is showing FF, what is it showing? FFEE. So see FFEE, what is that? Before FFF2, I will just put enter and explain. I will just explain like this because you need to have some space. So FFF2, before FFF2 comes FFF1. Before that comes FFF0. Before that comes FFEF. Before that comes FFEE. Is not so? If you go by decimal, if you go by hexadecimal, FFEE, then FFEF, then FFF0, then FFF1. This is how it is done. Now when you are printing the fourth thing, that is the D, the address of D, that is the address D, then it is printing, what is it printing? FFEE. Fourth one, FFEE. Why is it printing FFEE? Because you see that FFEE contains this thing. Oh, I have just executed it without commenting. So there were some errors. It is thinking FFEE to be a number. Anyway, I will just comment out this portion and then run. So when I execute this, see 5.6, 8.9, FFF2, FFEE. FFEE, why FFEE? See, it will again take 4 locations because B is a floating point number. That means FFEE is storing B using how many locations? Using 4 locations. So here it is basically D. This is D. So D is ampersand B. So this is D. FFEE is D. When I am printing D, FFEE is printing. That means B is contained in FFEE. How many locations? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 locations previous to A, B has been stored because it is a floating point number. This time if I print star C, it should print A, which is 5.6. Star D should print 8.9 because it is B. C plus 1. What is C plus 1? Is FFF6. D plus 1 should be FFF2, because FFEE plus 1, it should go by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It prints FFF2. Then star of C plus 1 and star of D plus 1 should again print. This should not print anything because star of C plus 1 is the content of FFF6. I don't know. But star of D plus 1 should be the content of FFF2 because it should increment by 4. Let me run it again and see. What is it printing? I have not printed anything, I think. Oh, sorry. I have not changed this %D's to %F. Please change this. %F, %F. This should be %F. This should be %F. Now it should run properly. So see 5.6, 8.9, FFF2, FFEE. The content of them 5.6 and 8.9. Plus 1, FFF2 plus 1 is FFF6. FFEE plus 1 is FFF2. Then the content of FFF6, 0, nothing. But content of FFEE plus 1 is FFF2 again. That is, by chance it is printing A. Is not it so? By chance the allocation has been like that. So I think you understand this. You can run this program. Definitely you can write this program. You can run it. Let me change this and go to some other program. Let me delete all these things. Let me write some other programs now. What is the other program that I will target now? Say swapping of two numbers. You remember sometimes we needed swapping of two numbers. What is that? Swapping of two numbers. That is our next program. Swapping means suppose A is 3, B is 5. I swap them. That is, I make A5, B3. I just reverse them. So swapping means basically that. Swapping of two numbers. So let me input two numbers from the user and try to swap them. So this is my next program target. Let me get rid of all this so that there is no disturbance and go to a new program. Swapping of two numbers. Sorry, swapping two numbers. Will I use pointers? Let's see how I can use pointers. Say A is 5, I assign 5 to A, I assign 3 to B, and then swap them. After swapping, A should contain 3, B should contain 5. Simple program. Let me write it without using pointers. Say I take int A comma B. I tell the user printf enter A and B. I deliberately tell A and B so that the user actually understands that A and B are the two numbers. So enter A and B. So where will I scan it? Let me scan it in %D, definitely in A and B, ampersand A and ampersand B. I scan it within A and B, two numbers. Now how to swap them? If I write A equal to B, B equal to A, will it work? I had shown you in an earlier program that this will not work, because suppose user has entered 5 within A and 3 within B. Now you are writing A equal to B. That means right now A is 5 and B is 3. Now you write A equal to B. Immediately you assign B to A. A becomes 3. B is still 3 because you have written A equal to B. So the content of B 3 you have put in A. A has become 3 but B is still 3. If you write B equal to A, it hardly matters. A is still 3 and you are assigning A to B. That is, you are remaking B to 3, but it doesn't make any change. So this will not work. This A equal to B, B equal to A will not work. Let me get rid of this. So what to do? I will have to use a temporary variable. I will have to use a temporary variable. So what does that mean? That means I will use a temp variable, temp, temp variable, and firstly assign A to temp. Temp equal to A, followed by A equal to B, then B equal to temp. What does that do? Say I scan A and B. A is scanned as 5, B is scanned as 3. Temp equal to A means temp you are assigning A, that is temp becomes 5. Before changing A, you are putting that A within temp, temp equal to 5. A equal to B means A becomes 3 now. But your old value of A is there in temp, so you take that old value of A to B from that temporary variable temp. So temp becomes 5, A equal to 3, B equal to temp means B equal to 5. So that is what you wanted, A and B been swapped. If you write them, then the program has been done. If you execute, then you will find that the program has been done. Let me delete this part and let me run this program again. Before running, let me print. Printf after swapping A equal to %d, that should be A, remember, A equal to %d, A, and B is equal to %d, what is that? B. After swapping, A is equal to %d and B equal to %d, A and B you are printing. Let me run this program and see what has happened after swapping. Okay, I did not comment this portion. Let me comment out very quickly. Alt-R, enter. Still one error, undefined symbol temp. I have not defined temp. Very quickly define temp. Now let me run. So enter A and B, 3 and 5. After swapping, A is 5 and B is 3. So swapping has been done. If I want to use a pointer, then can I declare temp as a pointer? Possible. Temp is an address. Say temp is any random address. Say temp is 2000. 2000 is also an address, or 20FF. 20FF is definitely an address. So temp is any random address. Insta temp means temp is an address which can contain an integer. So say temp is 20FF, 20FF can contain an integer. That means 20FF and the next location 2100 can contain an integer. Is not it so? 20FF and 2100 togetherly, say suppose, can contain an integer. So now I have said, I have scanned A and B, address of A and address of B. Now I am saying temp equal to A. This is not possible because temp is an address. But what is possible is star temp equal to A. What you are saying is whatever has been scanned in A, suppose 3 has been scanned in A, user has entered, say you consider 3 and 5. So 3 is there in A. You are saying put this 3 in the memory location which is temp. That is temp, suppose I have taken example, temp is not a number, temp is an address 20FF. So you are putting this 3, the content of A, that is 3, you are putting in this memory location of temp. You are putting 3 over here. Now you are saying A equal to B. So A equal to B means A becomes 5. A becomes 5. Next you are saying B equal to temp. No, not possible. Temp is not an integer. So B equal to start temp. Temp is 20FF. So 20FF's content, what was that? 20FF's content was 3. So 3 is being copied where? It is being copied to B. B becomes 3. So check this, how this whole thing happened. I have declared a pointer temp, int AB comma start temp. So temp is this 20FF. Say for example, 20FF is temp. So I have taken this 20FF randomly. I am saying you store this A, old value of A, in that address which is temp. So in that address 20FF I am storing 3. Then I am saying A equal to B. That is I am storing the value of B, that is 5 in A. A becomes 5. Then B equal to start temp, that is the content of that memory location whichever I used, 3, you copy it to B. So B becomes 3. So this program should run smoothly. You understand how I am using a pointer? It's almost, you may ask me, what's the necessity of using a pointer? I could do it without using a pointer, then why will I at all use a pointer? See, basically speaking, you will not find any reason to use pointer at the moment. At the moment, you might feel that using a pointer is not really of that use, because at the moment I am not really using the actual programs which will involve pointers. When you will run a later subject, say data structure, which you will learn later, in that subject you will see in every step you will need pointers. We will learn a concept called linked list. We will learn a concept called tree. In all those concepts you will see it at every stage you will need a pointer. So I am just now learning how to use those pointers. Let me run this program again. See, enter A and B, 5 and 7 this time. After swapping, A equal to 7, B equal to 5. It has been swapped. I could have done the program in some other ways also. Say I have said int A, B. Suppose I don't touch A and B throughout the program. After scanning, I don't touch A and B throughout the program. Instead, I declare two temporary pointers just to store, or the storage of A, not temporary, let me call it store A or address of A. That is best. Address of A. So int star address of A. Again, int star address of B. I am storing int star address of A, star address of B. So what I do is I put this address of A and address of B in, I put this address of A, address of B, I contain the address of A and address of B actually. See what I do. Address of A is an address. So I store actually the address of A over there. Then I write address of B. This is an address because after all it's a pointer variable. I store the address of B over there. Next what I do is I just use to swap them using the pointer content of those addresses. See what? Temp is equal to content of address of A. That is temp equal to A actually. Address of A is containing the address of A. ADDR A is actually containing the address of A. So the content of that address I am putting to temp, so that the old value of A I am putting to temp. Now B, what is that? I am just trying to use this B now. How to do that? Instead of using B, you write star of ADDR B. That is B itself. Star of that ADDR B means content of that memory location where B is stored. That means you are changing B is equal to star of ADDR A. Then you are writing star of ADDR A, that is equal to temp, and you declare temp as an integer, but you have done the whole thing using a pointer. I will explain this once more what I have done. Temp is an integer, it is not an address. See what I do. Say A and B user has given A to be 7 and B to be 9. But say actually within the memory location, say FF4 has been used to store A and FFF2 has been used to store B. Now see what happens. FFF2 has been used to store B, FFF4 has been used to store A. I am saying ADDR A equal to address of A. So what is ADDR A basically? ADDR A is FFF4. This is ADDR A. ADDR A. What is that? FFF4. And then I am saying ADDR B equal to address of B. Address of B, what is address of B? FFF2. So this is now ADDR B. It is FFF2. You are saying temp equal to, temp is an integer. You are saying temp equal to content of ADDR A. What is ADDR A? This one is A, that is 7 is contained over here, and B, this is 9 is contained over here right now. Now you are saying temp equal to content of ADDR A, that is content of temp equal to content of FFF4. What are you putting in temp? You are putting save 7 in temp. Next, content of ADDR A equal to content of content of ADDR B equal to content of ADDR A. What is the content of ADDR A? ADDR A is FFF4. Content of FFF4 is 7. Where are you storing it? You are storing in the content of ADDR B. What is ADDR B? ADDR B is FFF2. So what are you doing basically? You are storing 7 over here. Is right? So you are writing, I have just done one small mistake, extremely sorry. I should have written ADDR A equal to ADDR B. I just while writing the program I did not check. This is ADDR B equal to temp. Anyway, so I continue. Temp equal to content of ADDR A. ADDR A equal to 7, B equal to 9. So this is 9. I start from the beginning. A has been scanned by the user as 7. B has been scanned by the user as 9. So you assume that A has been stored in FFF4 and B has been stored in FFF2. So 7 has been stored in FFF4, 9 has been stored in FFF2. Say suppose, now what I do is I write temp equal to content of ADDR A. What is ADDR A? FFF4. Content of that is 7. So what is temp? Temp is 7. Now you write content of ADDR A equal to content of ADDR B. What is ADDR B? FFF2. Content of that is 9. What are you saying? What are you saying? You are saying store it in the content of ADDR A. That is the content of FFF4. This becomes 9. Next step, content of ADDR B, that is the content of FFF2. You make it temp. So this becomes 7. So this has been reversed. As it has been reversed, so already you can say this was A. This was A. And this was B. Now if you print A and B, then definitely the reversed content will be printed. This should work. Let me delete this and run this program now. Sorry, this is one problem. So let me delete this program and run this program again. Delete this things and run this program again. Okay, so let me run it now. You will find that the program runs smoothly. Enter A and B, 7 and 9. After swapping, A is 9, B is 7. But you entered 7 and 9. So this is how pointers can be used. One interesting thing I want to show you before I close, say A and B are there, or say only A is there. I want to show you one interesting thing. When you say printf enter A, when you say printf enter A, what happens? You scan it now. Scan it where? In ampersand A. Because you always scan in the address of that. You put the whatever number is entered, 5, 7, whatever is put in its address. Is right? So that is why scan is done by ampersand. But when you print its value. When you are putting, when somebody is giving you something, you use something to hold that thing. But when you give something, you give away that. Suppose somebody is giving you a glass, is giving you water. You hold out a glass to catch that water. But when you are giving out, you give out the glass as a whole, the content you give out. That is, when you print, you are printing the value. But when you are scanning it in an address. So scanf ampersand A. Then if you print A, what should be printed? Whatever you entered. I just want to show you a very interesting thing over here. I do one very simple thing. See, I have told the user enter A, scanf ampersand A. Now I will print you entered A. You entered, sorry, very sorry. You entered %D. That is, you entered A. Is not it so? There is nothing in this program. I have told the user enter A. I scan A and I tell you have entered A. Let's see. You know, all of you know, just enter A. You see 6. You entered 6. I have told the user enter A. Scanf %A ampersand A. You entered %D. You entered 6. But I can do one very interesting thing over here. Here after A, I declare a pointer B. Get it? I declare a pointer B. Now after this I make one small thing. B is equal to ampersand A. I have not even entered a value of A. Only I am saying when int A has been declared, some memory location, say FFF4, has been allocated to contain A, is not it so? Has been allocated to contain this A. So this FFF4 and FFF5 baby has been used to contain what? Contain this A. But a value of A has still not been assigned. But I do one thing, I copy this address of A to B. So B from now onwards should mean FFF4. Now here while scanning, you avoid ampersand A and just write B. And just write B. What will happen? A will be scanned. Because see what? You have written int A, comma star B. B equal to ampersand A. So address of A, FFF4, when you are not saying B, but you are saying ampersand A, what were you giving? You are presenting the user FFF4 for entering the value of A. When user was entering 5, 5 was being scanned to FFF4 location. 5 was entering FFF4 location. So now this FFF4 location has been copied to B. You instead of printing address of A, you just enter B. You are telling the user I am presenting you FFF4 to contain A. If you print A, what will be printed? Whatever the user entered. See, very interesting. Oh, sorry, I did not declare undefined. Oh, I did not delete out these things. Please delete. Now let me run this program. Alt R, enter. Enter A, 7. You entered 7. See, interesting, scanf without any ampersand. Because when you are scanning, when you are writing ampersand A, once more I am explaining, ampersand A, what you are thinking, enter A. You suppose user was entering 7. What were you saying? You are saying the address of A you are presenting to the user to catch that 7, say FFF4. You are putting over here FFF4, telling the user enter 7. User was entering 7, you are holding it in FFF4. Then you are printing this A. Now you have copied that address FFF4 to B. So now you are telling the user directly, you are giving that user B, FFF4 you are giving. So FFF4, 7 is being entered. 7 is being entered means 7 is being caught in FFF4. You are printing A, but A was contained in the location FFF4. So it is printing the value of the content of FFF4 itself. So it is printing 7 itself. Again you run and check. See, very interesting. 9. You entered 9. See, I scanned not in ampersand A, but I scanned in B. Because B equal to ampersand A I had made earlier itself. Is not interesting? Okay, so we can do more such interesting things with pointer, which we will come back and do again. Thank you so much.